Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. I am your boy, Charlie Bahama, and we are here at the Tiki Bikini Hut for a very, very, very special show. And listen, this is an amazing place, and we have an amazing guest on this week, okay? So y'all gonna want to see this live.
Hey, you good at Charlie?
Well, thank you, Harrington.
Harrington? My name is Kerrigan.
Thank you, Harrington. Wow, man, look at this, a coconut here, because you know you get served like a star here at the Tiki Bikini Hut, all right? We have a live and provocative show coming for you, and just from that introduction, you might know who is gonna be on this show, okay? And live and provocative, so come on back, Charlie Bahama, live! The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Keep up with all things Charlie Bahama by following Charlie Bahama on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get behind-the-scenes access to Bahamian and international celebrities, along with travel info, tips, photography, and video. Like, share, and follow Charlie Bahama on all social media platforms. And subscribe to our Charlie Bahama YouTube page to catch up on all past episodes and bonus clips. You can also go to charliebahama.com anytime. We always keep the lights on. The Charlie Bahama Show. All that same flair with a little less hair.
Yeah.
They say that when it hits you. A feeling so strong that it's impossible not to give into a juicy piece of KFC, to feel elevated by the aroma, and to free fall into its exciting flavor. Some call it love, attraction, desire. We call it KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. But as you can see from my teaser and my intro, who it is, I'm sure you all know who is going to be on the show. So I can tell you probably by halfway through the show, it won't be the Charlie Bahama Show no more. It'll be the Darold Miller live. Darold, it's so good to have you on the show. It's so good, man.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Oh my.
You are a legend in and of your own right.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Coming from the real legend, that means a lot. But this is something, I mean, everybody knows Darold Miller live. You walk down the street, it's Darold Miller live. But I wonder if people know your journey to get to this, because you know, it's more than just, I mean, you know, people might, you know, the bombastic and the provocative, but there is something behind that too. I mean, journalism, I mean, smarts, learning. So where did this spark come from?
It began when my father, from Jewfish Hill, Pinefield, Acklands, waded across to Crooked Island looking for women. My mother was only 15. He saw her in Crooked Island. She ran through the bush, and he ran after her, and so began my life. Nurtured in principles, education, Christianity, and doing the best that you can do for yourself.
Right.
That is where the journey started, and it has been 50 years.
Yeah. Now you went to Government High,
where I graduated at the age of 15.
Wow.
I actually passed the test for ZNS, for Government High when I was 8 years old. They didn't let me in. I had to wait 2 years until I reached 10.
Right.
To get into Government High. So in primary school, I just walked around ringing the bell because I had passed for the high school.
Right.
And Government High was very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Indeed. And I graduated in 5 short years and went off to Fisk
All right,
University.
yeah. I know this story, but they don't know this story.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a provocative story as well. So tell the people out there about Fisk and your mom.
I was 16 years old, going to the top black college in the United States at the time. I was too young. The girls got me into their dorm and kept me there for times when I should have been in class. And so I decided I would stay home in the Bahamas rather than pursue what was obviously a culture shock for me.
Right.
You know, I lost my virginity.
You almost lost your mind there.
Almost lost my mind. Because of the culture shock.
Right.
Not because of education.
Right, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just different over there.
It was different,
Yeah, the
yes.
U.S. is totally different. As you told me in the car, there was pretty girls and Porsches.
Yes, that was the elite black college.
Right.
Rich girls who drove from Michigan or from California in their 929 Porsches. And oh man, they would hold you all night long.
But you escaped that and you came back. And where did you go first? Where did your journalism career begin?
When I kind of faltered in university, my mother grabbed my hand and walked me to the Nassau Guardian, sat me in the office of Leon Turncrest, and said, "Sir, you gotta hire my son." And that's where my career in sports journalism began, working closely with Fred Sturr.
Ah, so it was sports journalism in the beginning.
Sports, and then I graduated. I don't take long. I graduated from sports to front page writing. And then ZNS television came. Fred Mitchell recruited me. He's a close friend of my family. He sits around the table with us. And you don't tell Fred Mitchell no. Because what a wonderful opportunity
Right.
to be on the cutting edge of television in the Bahamas. We must have had the first television in the region, Caribbean.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So that was exciting, man. And I have enjoyed every minute of every day.
And the people have enjoyed every minute and every day of listening to you and watching you. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into those shows in a second. We'll go to our first break, and we'll be back with more of the Charlie Bahama Show, almost live. I believe it's live now with you on the show. It's now live. We'll be back. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Well, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show here at the Tiki Bikini Bar right here on the beach. Our good friend Byron Austin Coley here.
Oh, I remember his story oh too well. He was bouncing around all over the place. And we, meaning the Bahamian people, not everybody, some of us, I was his good friend, and we gave him the opportunity that he was looking for. Look at what this is today.
Yeah.
obviously cruise visitors. There are about 3 cruise ships in the harbor.
I mean, this place
so
is
there are about
packed.
15,000 people in the city of Nassau
Yeah.
who came on a cruise ship. And Byron gets quite a bit of them.
Yeah, I've known Byron from me and him is same age, so we roll together. He's been creative all his life and a hard worker, so I'm happy that we're here. We can get some food in a second. I figured let's do our interview first and then we could eat, without bothering about cameras. But let's get into the style, because everybody knows Darold Miller live, that provocative style. Where did that come from? Were you always like that as a 6-year-old running around? Were you like that? When your mom said, come for dinner, you'll be like, I'll be right there.
Actually, I was somewhat shy and introverted studying my books. Don't forget now, I was, as 8 years old, I passed the test for government high. At 5 years old, I knew my times table backward. 12, 12, 144, 12, 11, 132, 12, 10, 120, 12, 900, all the way down to twice 102. So I was a studying boy.
Right.
Then my friends from Minnie Street, and Carlos Reed and Ala from Camp Road and Squeeze from the Grove, I started hanging with them. And that brought me out of my introverted stage.
Right.
And I became extroverted going out. So you gotta dress when you go out now, you gotta look good. Okay? You have to wear your hat. You gotta be provocative. You gotta be different.
Right.
You gotta be outstanding. So that carried over into my craft of radio and television. I didn't want to be somebody who you gotta turn the knob up to hear what I'm saying. I speak loud. People think I be shouting, but that's me.
Yep.
That's the difference between what I bring to the table and what others bring. And it comes from a level of confidence. I know every nook and cranny of this country. I know every settlement. You say your last name, I tell you where you're from, who your mommy is, who your daddy is. And that comes from learning. And that comes from traveling through the islands and reading and writing and hanging out with Charlie.
Yeah. And studying, That's true. That's true. And that's the one thing. That's why people love your show also. Not only because of the provocative conversations and, the personality, which is exciting. So people, they listen to it. They ain't gonna turn that dial when you're on. But also you bring great content on the radio. Not only, just the flash, but also the content. People learn something when they listen to your show or watch your show. And also Bahamians get to, expound on what they have to offer. You offer that,
Yes.
that platform for them as well.
Yes.
So what has been some of the things that you just loved about this, like the people and the things you're able to do with your shows and to be able to highlight?
Firstly, covering the election results. Scotchamugala 0. BLB, happening, but I bring the results.
Right.
Perhaps more emotionally will be covering the hurricane that just devastates. Now you gotta know where the hurricane hitting.
Right.
That's why you gotta go around the islands. If you don't know, then you lost. You don't know how much people live in Hope Town, so you got to have been to Hope Town. Before the hurricane reach here, it might come to Haiti, so you got to know where Pétionville is. It might come to Turks and Caicos. You got to know where Chalk Sound is. Then it might go Florida. You got to know what I-95 connects with.
Yeah.
So just keeping people informed. But the straw market fire.
Oh. But we got a connection with that because that big fire, I was the first one on the scene because I was
Stop talking fool. Reach after me. Listen
okay.
good.
Oh, okay. Then you was that was you already.
I ran from ZNS, Third Terrace, Rusty Battle. Michelle Malcolm and I were sitting down having lunch. The call came in, fire, and I ran because ZNS had this antiquated system. It'll take you 5 minutes to get a car. in 5 minutes, I was in front of the straw market.
Well, I can tell you this one. You remember the Scans, the restaurant right across there. So I was eating in Scans.
Oh, well, you were there before.
I was
me.
right. So I saw. Listen, I saw the boy. He threw the T-shirt on the fire on these T-shirts, right? And we looking at that, and we there eating. They say, "Look at that fool, eh?" But people were around, so I thought the woman who was running that area, she was gonna throw it down and whatever. So we looking and nothing, nobody doing nothing, and she yelling and she run away. I said, "Oh, ain't nobody doing nothing." So we went to. Scans had these two fire extinguishers, so we ran over there, and this is how crazy these fires are. I mean, this was really within 1 minute. We ran over there, and it went from just on the T-shirts here, and because the problem with the straw market, it was all wood and straw,
and the materials themselves are very...
Exactly, and it went up. So by the time I got there with those two fire extinguishers, it had gone from this to this, and then up there like that. And so I sprayed down at the bottom, and it just went, and then whoop, whoop. And I ran into tourism, the building, because I should do it. No, I went downstairs with where the receptionist is. And I said to her, "Hey, call the fire department. There's a fire there." I really, in my mind, did not think it was going to burn down the whole thing. And they had two extinguishers, so we carried them out. So that was probably another 60 seconds. When I came back, that's how fast this fire was. It was there, and then all of this was on fire. And when I tell you the heat, I ran in there with them two fire extinguishers, and it was like going into an oven. It was unbelievable. And we sat there, and the fire people started to come, and we just saw that thing, and I could not believe that this was going to burn the whole thing down. I really couldn't believe that.
Fortunately, there were no
casualties,
real
casualties.
Casualties. One lady fainted, but the materials and straw, ain't nothing can burn better than straw.
That's what I tell you. 30 seconds, it went from just this on here to whoop, whoop, whoop. So we're going to go to another break.
Let me tell you this. Marvin Dames tried to push me on the side. I say, I shall not be moved. Not today.
I can't believe somebody actually tried to push Darold Miller live. We will be back right after this for another
Provocative.
Charlie Bahama live. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. Look, my volume has gone up. You know, I got Darold Miller live right here on the Charlie Bahama Show here at the Tiki Bikini Bar. And so, Darold, man, we were talking about, you know, how you started and all that, and also some of the shows that you've done. But you've done, you know, many shows. I mean, you know, the one thing about you could go from one station to another station, whatever, but it's like Darold Miller Live is the show. It's like, it doesn't matter where it goes, it's Darold Miller Live. Like you are, it's not like, say, people go, oh, Darold Miller's on this station, Darold Miller's on that station. It's Darold Miller. Like, you make the station, you know?
Thank you. It's an independent show, and let me say that I don't necessarily need a guest.
That's for sure.
I could make it go for an hour or two by myself. Given the knowledge of the country, the recall, and just coming up with the juicy topics of a national interest.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, people get to call in too on your show. See, on my show, it's, you know, people can't call in or anything. Is it fun getting those calls from people?
They call me the cutter. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Sure?
To cut up.
No, the cutter.
Oh, the cutter, no.
If you call my show and you're
Oh,
talking,
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
get off this radio.
I know, yeah, because when I was on the show, somebody was talking and you say, cut him,
Yeah.
the cutter. Yeah, no, okay, now I heard
Now,
it.
to cut someone, you must anticipate where they're going, and you must know what they're going to. So you must know your topics, and you must know when they're going in the wrong direction. I don't let my show be used to beat up on people.
Right.
You could never call my show and say, that Charlie Bahama, something wrong with him. He'll fool. I cut him long time.
Thank
Now,
you.
if you there,
Then it's up to me to speak up for myself.
You and him
Okay.
battle that
Yeah. All right. The cutter. Well, yeah, I'm like you too. I don't cut people. I mean, But then again, I only bring on good guests. I was like, yeah. So I'm so happy that I was able to have you on the show. I mean, my persona now is with the hat too. But the difference is because I ain't got no hair. You have hair and and everything, so you don't need to have a hat. But you were just so fresh. So I got these.
As a youngster, growing up in Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, when I left my house, there would be men sitting on the wall. They would be in their fedoras with their suspenders playing the accordion.
Wow.
And so later in my life, I started wearing the hats.
Wow, well, that's just your signature. That's now my signature only because I ain't got no hair. Trying to be cool like Darold Miller live. Well, Darold, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show, and much success with whatever you do. Because wherever you go, it will be success.
Guess where I want to go?
I'm afraid to ask.
There is a budding Bahamian female movie producer, Gia Flames. She's going to Turkey.
Oh.
I won't go with her. That's next year.
All right.
Not Ukraine.
No, Turkey.
Turkey. Steeped in culture.
Yeah. I've been to Turkey once.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful country.
Are the women beautiful?
Yeah, everything always goes back. See that? He got in trouble at Fisk. Now he get in trouble in Turkey, and they are beautiful. So you will have a lot of beautiful women to get in trouble with over there.
I'm not married.
That's true, eh? That's true.
Man, listen, it's a pleasure. It was great to have you on my show, too.
I appreciate
you
it.
were fantastic.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, because we were talking about Peanut Tailor a lot, and so
Yes.
last month they had a big thing for Peanut Tailor culture. There's a beautiful, you can get that? There's a beautiful picture of Peanut Tailor. He's like a father to me. So culture is starting to do these things. So I'm so happy that culture is starting to highlight and promote Bahamians.
I used to sneak out of the house to go to the drumbeat club. Mommy and Daddy didn't know what was going on. I would make a dummy in the bed like I was there, and gone!
Gone! Oh, man. So, okay, now it's time for us to have a little food, so we'll get Byron, and of course, the wonderful food here, the Tiki Bikini Hut here. So, until next time, well, actually, I'm coming back to end out the show. See that? I all confused now. We'll be right back to end out the show.
If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page.
They say that when it hits you. A feeling so strong that it's impossible not to give into. A juicy piece of KFC. To feel elevated by the aroma. And to free fall into its exciting flavor. Some call it love, attraction, desire. We call it KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
Hey, thanks for watching the Charlie Bahama Show this week, and it was amazing, a provocative show, a live and provocative show here with Darold Miller. So, make sure to listen to him on the radio, but make sure and watch us every week right here, all right, on the Charlie Bahama Show. Also, when we're not on the air, please go to our social media, okay, because we have Charlie Bahama on Instagram, and you're going to see a lot of pictures and images and stuff behind the scenes, because if you think Darold Miller is live on the show, you got to see him behind the scenes, okay? And also, you can go to our YouTube page because we post and make other videos that we can't put on every day, because on YouTube it's 24 hours a day. But on this show, it's just once a week. So you can see a lot more. So show everybody out there, show the world that we have a lot of subscribers on the YouTube, the Charlie Bahama YouTube, and also a lot of followers on the Charlie Bahama Instagram or TikTok, whatever you want. Just be there, okay? Follow that laid back, crazy, out of the box lifestyle, the Charlie Bahama lifestyle, okay? So until next week, okay, be kind to all people around you and be safe, all right? Next week, another fantastic, provocative Charlie Bahama Live.
Charlie Bahama Show. 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 Charlie Bahama Show.
Yeah.